the baby is sleeping. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fix myself a cup of coffee. And then I'm going to study the Bible. So, mommy time. You have to find the time whenever it presents itself. Like right now, she's sleeping. I should probably eat lunch, but I need Jesus first. So I'm going to drink some coffee and then I am going to sit down and just fill my spirit. So here we go. So at this point, the coffee is done, and all I can do is keep the setup simple and tasteful. I've got my coffee, I've got my baby girl on the iPad so I can see that she's good, and my devotional, my Bible, my writing utensils, and some stickers. And I'm ready to begin. I like to start off with prayer. And I usually just ask God to open my mind so that I can understand everything that it is that I'm reading and I can internalize it and really just grasp it instead of, kind of reading and letting it just fall on empty spirit. So as you see here, what I love to do is underline things that stick out to me about whatever it is that I'm reading. And sometimes when I come across verses that are in this devotional or any devotional for that fact, they speak to me about different things that are happening in my life. And I love when that happens. I don't know about you, but it is so great. Sometimes I am kind of guilty of just playing like Russian roulette with my Bible, kind of open it up and see where it takes me. The devotional really, really keeps me focused and filled. Being a mom to a newborn baby has taught me so much about enjoying my time, trying to make time for me, doing things that I genuinely love to do. And while I love to organize and clean and do all of these things, I really, really need Jesus in my life because my spirit sometimes feels so empty. And the point of all of this and, making sure that I get the right devotional and making sure that I'm feeling my spirit is so that I can be the best mommy possible for my kids. And that's really important for me. So this is part of what I'm trying to make a routine in my life. And hopefully my daughter can see that and, know that this is important and so that she can emulate that for her future. And of course she wakes up. I have the iPad on the coffee table while I am doing laundry, when I'm folding, when I'm watching TV, when I'm doing my devotional, so that I can keep an eye on her and make sure that she's doing good wherever she is. And at this point she did wake up, which was fine because like my mother told me, I need to appreciate this time that she wants to be held because there's going to be a time that she doesn't want to be held, which is true. I do remember that feeling because my son is 4 and he just wants to run, and that's great and dandy, but sometimes I really just want to grab him and hold him and kiss him and hug him, and sometimes he doesn't want that. So I'm learning to appreciate this phase with my little babe that I love so much. I'm so thankful for her, really. I also just wanted to share that as a mom, I tend to forget about myself. And one of the first things that I need is my spirit to be filled. And while I'm sure I could do so many other things, I just really, really, really need to step back and fill my spirit with Christ and the Bible and things that I can relate to, things that I'm going to be able to teach my kids about, things that are going to teach me real, tangible peace. And so that's the reason why I decided to read the Bible, to drink my cup of coffee. Even though my baby woke up in the middle of me recording this video, I still put it in there because I wanted to show you real life. This is real life. I put her down, but she woke up, and that's okay. And that's fine, because at the end of the day, I have to keep persevering, and I have to show something for this time. I want my baby girl to know God. I want her to know that mommy takes my relationship with Christ very seriously. And even though she's little, I know she feels it. I talk to her about Jesus, and I thank God for her all the time, for her and my son, actually. And this is just one of those moments that I was like, you know what? I'm not going to stop reading the Bible. I have to push through this. I have to keep going. And maybe there's some moms out there that kind of feel like a little frustrated, or, maybe you don't have the time to do it, or if the baby wakes up, how could you possibly get through it? But I'm here to tell you, you can do it. Even if you have to stop for a moment or stop for an hour, tend to the baby because maybe it is too much for you, that is totally fine. But try your very, very best to just have that quiet time with God, even if it's for like 2 minutes. A quick prayer, even if that's all you can fit in until you work it up to 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and you'll see the difference. Well, at least I see the difference when I do my devotional, when I read my Bible. I notice a significant difference in my attitude for the day, in the way that I feel throughout the day, the way that I treat myself, the thoughts that I think. All of those things are completely different after I have read my devotional and my Bible, after I've prayed. I have such an easy, peaceful sense in my environment. And I don't know how else to explain that, but I really, really, really wish that you guys would take the time to do it too, because it truly is awesome. Okay, so going back to what I do when I read the Bible, I do my devotional. I have my devotional. This one actually outlines things, asks questions, and so that's where you see me writing in the actual book. And I really like it because I get to make it personal, and I get to think about how it applies to me in real life instead of just reading the Bible and reading stories that happened so long ago. Sometimes to be completely honest, I'll get a little bit bored, but I'm growing in spirit, I'm growing, and I'm learning to really appreciate these stories and really try to put them into perspective. So this devotional really, really helps me because it gives me the chance to say, oh, okay, so this is what it means. Oh, this is how I should, or this is a way that I'm interpreting this. Did I already mention that this devotional is pretty funny? Well, anyway, it's very funny and also so relatable. And one of the things that I like to do when I'm studying this devotional, when the author asks the questions, and some of these questions really make me think. And it takes me to past experiences, to even things that are in the present, and it makes me really, really think. And I love that. I love it because that is the connection being drawn between what I know or what I've experienced to a passage in the Bible that perhaps I didn't even know existed, or maybe I hadn't interpreted that particular verse that way. So her questions are so, so, so good. Also, am I the only one who still does squiggly lines, because I totally do, like everywhere. In my Bible, in articles that I'm reading. I don't know why I do that, but I really do squiggly lines, and I'm proud about that. Anyway, maybe it's for emphasis. Maybe that's what it is. I'm going to stick to that. I do squiggly lines for emphasis. All right, y'all. So now I'm just praying that God would help me to internalize this message, and that's all. Hey guys, so I was able to do my devotional, which I really, really loved today. It was about Jesus and when he was 12 years old, up to his last hour on earth. And there was just bits and pieces that I really, really love, but I just wanted to show you guys the devotional that I use, or that I've been using. I took a very long break from it, but I promise you it's really, really good. It's called Looking for Lovely, and I highly recommend it. It is so good, and it's so real, and it breaks the passages in the Bible down so well, and it asks you questions that you can relate to, and it also has notations. And I really enjoy watching my growth spiritually as I study this devotional. What I like to do after I do my devotional is I like to pray that God would take what I've learned from his word and just let me kind of digest it so that I can apply it and not just have it as knowledge somewhere in my mind where it's just like in the back burner. So I do things with colors. I like to use different color pens. I like to use stickers. I like to use highlighters. I like to draw, and I like to write a lot in my Bible. And so that's the reason why I have the Bible that I have. And the reason why I really like this Bible is because it has pictures that you can color, and it also has a 2-inch margin on the side where you can write things. And so I really like to make notes. I like to highlight. I like to write on the side. And now I'm really starting to get into watercoloring in a Bible. So I'm going to try to see if I can incorporate that, and also to find the time. And so I wanted to do this video just to let you that studying the Bible as a mom with a baby can be done. It just has to be fit in. As you saw, Ella woke up, I had to pick her up, I had to put her back to sleep, but I still managed to push through, and I still managed to read the Bible, to study, to do my devotional. And now I'm going to go pick her up again because she's ready to be picked up again. But I really try to do my best when it comes to having a relationship with Christ. I encourage you to get a devotional and be creative with your time. Make yourself some coffee like I did, or tea. If you don't drink tea or coffee, drink water. Whatever it is that you drink, whatever it is that's going to get you excited and make you relaxed at the same time to spend this time with God. I highly, highly recommend that. After all, he is the fuel behind me being able to get up and do so many things around the house before I have to go pick up my son from school and have him here. So I have to have this fuel burning inside of me, this energy that gets me going through the day. And so the best is just having this time that I have to get some prayer in, get some good thinking, and just good, quiet, quality time for my brain, for my spirit, for my sanity. And it feels so good afterwards. So I encourage you, if you would like this kind of fuel, I strongly recommend it.